Cooking over an open fire is one of the most authentic camping experiences that one can have in the outdoors. As a Boy Scout, I've cooked over countless fires, and I've learned that one of the most useful skills to have while surviving in the outdoors is being able to properly cook over a fire using a tripod. Although useful, if done wrong, there are some potentially dangerous situations that can arise. Using the information from animatedknots.com, bsatroop780.com, and scoutpioneering.org, I've made a comprehensive tutorial that will teach you how to make a proper cooking tripod that you can use while camping. A proper tripod consists of 3 poles that can be identified as the beginning, middle, and end poles, or just 2 end poles. An upright tripod stands with the 2 end poles crossing over the middle pole, as seen in the graphic. To make a cooking tripod, you will need to gather 3 5 to 6 foot poles that are 2 inches in diameter. For the lashings, you will need to gather between 20 and 23 feet of rope. This rope can be anything from nylon rope to parachute cord. However, it is recommended by scoutpioneering.org that the best rope for all sorts of lashing is pure manila rope. The first step in making the tripod is to secure the beginning end of the rope. To do this, tie a clove hitch knot, which is as simple as 1 turn around the starting pole, crossing over the turn, leaving room for the rope to pass through, and then passing the rope through the made loop. Here's a quick note for the rest of the tutorial. All of the lashings should be completed about 6 to 8 inches away from the end of the poles to account for any potential slipping after the tripod is raised. To complete securing the ends, weave the lead rope once under the middle and over the end pole, then weave the butt of the rope, which is the end opposite the lead, around the previously made wrap. The next step is the wrapping process. This is a very simple step which consists of weaving the lead rope over and under the middle and end poles. You should complete 5 to 7 wraps to make sure that the tripod will support the weight of something like a cast iron Dutch oven. You will want to make sure that with each wrap you are pulling the lead rope tightly to ensure that there will be no room for the poles to move within the wraps. This will result in the strongest and most weight-bearing tripod. The next step is frapping the first gap. The frapping step is probably the easiest in the whole process. Frapping is the process of wrapping the lead ropes around the weaves made by the wrapping process. The weaves in the gaps between the poles should be frapped only one at a time. The next step is frapping the second gap. The second frapping should go exactly the same as the first. Ensure that the same number of fraps are made for the second gap as for the first gap. This will ensure good balance and stability for the tripod. Each of the gaps should be frapped about 3 or 4 times. If the load that the tripod is bearing calls for more stability, then go with 4 fraps. Something you definitely want to avoid is under-frapping. Doing this could seriously impair the structural integrity of your tripod. We are now nearing the end of the tripod lashing. To secure the end of the lashing of the cooking tripod, tie a half hitch. This knot is very simple. To execute it, simply begin a clove hitch, but stop right after the first wrap around the pole. The very last step in ending the lashings is to finish the clove hitch by tying another half hitch. This step is the exact same as the previous step, so there's no need to worry about learning how to tie a new hitch. The remaining length of the lead rope should dangle over the cooking fire and will be used to tie any cooking device to. You should avoid using excess amounts of rope for your lashing because the remaining rope could be too long and you may have to waste some rope in adjusting its length for your cooking device. You should now be able to make a fully functioning and very stable cooking tripod with the learned steps: the starting hitch, wrapping, frapping, and the ending hitch. With each time you lash up a tripod, the stability, style, and overall effectiveness of your cooking tripod will get noticeably better. So don't quit, just keep lashing.